Hello, people. Hello. I already see quite a turn up. Nice. Hey, Adenor, how you doing? Aliens. Yes, aliens everywhere. Can you guys hear me okay? Or should I turn it up, crank it up? Happy Father's Day. Yeah. I just dropped off some beers at my dad's house. I gave him a beer pack with a glass and like a very fancy glass. Really nice. Loud and clear, we can hear you. Okay, cool. So how have you all been so far? How was your weekend? My voice is a bit quiet. Maybe I can crank it up ever so slightly. Sound is quiet. Well, like if I talk really loud, then it starts the clip. So I'm just casually talking right now. Yeah, I can also not wait for Breath of the Wild 2. Oh, Maiden, cool. You've never been to a stream before. Well, like these streams have been pretty cool so far for me because I am working on video, by the way. But this is from a little bit easier since I don't have to edit and I can just hang back with you guys and discuss some ideas about the trailer, about Breath of the Wild 2 in general. But there is a video on the way. It's probably gonna release around Tuesday, I would guess. Maybe Wednesday. It depends on how much. Like I, some of my Patreons already saw it, but you can see it from my desktop. What my video is gonna be about. This is like something I put together in Photoshop. Photoshop is so amazing for people who don't know how to draw but still want to make something cool. So yeah, I took a screenshot from Age of Calamity, I think it was, like right before he pulls the Master Sword, and I just you know manipulated it to look like something. But yeah, it's gonna be about the malice and about the hero stuff. Uh, but yeah, I think it turned out pretty well so far. I'm gonna use that one to that's gonna be the thumbnail for sure, because it's pretty cool. But yeah, let me just get everything ready. I found the actual the I think I found the exact location of this shot because we have to talk about the whole time travel stuff because that's something that a lot of people have been talking about. There's been a couple of videos out talking about the time travel. Yeah, Malice Link. Uh, Release the wallpaper, please. Yeah, I will. After the video goes up, I will release it as a wallpaper. Right now, it's only for patrons and members because, I got to give them something extra for their support. But after that, I will release it to everyone. I will just make a community post for it or something. You can use it as a wallpaper too, I guess. But yeah, I think I did find the exact location of this shot, and we can discuss some time travel stuff because the time travel things are very popular right now. But I'm not sure about it. I'm still so conflicted because we have so much conflicting information right now. Um, but yeah, let's pull up Simo real quick. Again, I bought the game. It's mine. It's my game dump. Please don't sue me. Yeah, like I think this is it. You can see from this tree here and this exact bush. You can. I think this is pretty much the exact location. If you're wondering where Link is, he's down there. There he is. But yeah, wait. Let me just pull them side to side real quick. Um, Pretty sure this is the exact shot. Almost exact. A little bit further away, actually. So, should probably move away a little bit. But you can see it from this tree and this bush. Like, this is the exact location. And the road running next to it. The weather is not that great right now in Hyrule. The weather forecast is not that amazing. Uh, but you know, something that a lot of people have talked about is like, as you can see right here, you can clearly see the cherry blossoms, the leaves of the Deku tree. And in this shot, wait, let me just full screen this. Here it's gone. Like it's just totally gone. There is no Deku tree. Obviously, yeah, some people have pointed out Death Mountain is no longer active. That's also true. Let me just go frame by frame real quick. Yes, there we go. Like there's a lot of conflicting information right now because there's. Oh, thank you, Link a lot. Thank you very much. Like the Deku tree is gone, so that's the biggest reason why people are like, oh, this has to be time travel, right? But of course, there are other options as well because, like I said, there's some conflicting information right now. Because obviously the shot is a little bit panned down in the original. Like, yes, you should be able to see the Deku tree for sure. I'm not gonna deny that. That's the Deku tree is right here. You can see the cherry blossoms. So obviously it should be there, but it's not. Also, Death Mountain here, it's always spewing lava. It's not doing that in the trailer. Like it's just completely calm. But we also have Akala Citadel right here. And Akala Citadel is a modern Hylian building. It's not like ancient Hylian. Ancient Hylian is like the Forgotten Temple, the ancient columns, all that kind of stuff. That's ancient Hylian, like the almost Roman-like pillars. This should not be here if the Deku tree is like not born yet. If this was like if this was time travel, first of all, how the heck is Lon Lon Ranch here? Because this is Lon Lon Ranch. This is the tower of Lon Lon Ranch. As you can see, oh god, the weather is so bad. But yeah, this little protrusion right here, this silhouette. Oh god, I wish the weather was better right now. We're just gonna have to wait until it gets better. This is the ruins of Lon Lon Ranch. That does not make sense. As does Akala Citadel. Does not make sense if this was like set like 10,000 years in the past. This is not possible. Like this exact ruin in the exact same state, Lon Lon Ranch got destroyed during the calamity of 100 years ago. That's not yeah. I mean, that's conflicting with the whole, oh, the Deku tree is gone, maybe the Deku tree is not born yet. Also, there is a quote from an actual developer, so it's not from the people who wrote this magazine, like this book in general. This is from an actual developer. Here, look at this. What they have to say right here. The Master Sword has averted many calamities alongside the hero, and the pedestal that restores the sword from the damage it incurs from those battles is located in Korok Forest, which brims with the energy of the land. Perhaps by design, the goddess beside the pedestal, a single young cherry tree grew. The young tree bathed in the energy flowing through the land after an eternity had passed, became the guardian of the blade. How many sacred maidens and heroes opposing countless calamities has this ancient tree witnessed? This backstory gave birth to the Deku tree's design. From lead artist structural guy, Manabu Takehara. Like, it clearly states, like, the Deku tree is like, even he himself says in the game, he has been around since time immemorial. 10,000 years ago is not that long ago, especially for a Deku tree. Like, trees in general, like, even in real life, trees are generally, they are basically immortal. They cannot really die from old age. The only reason why trees come and go, why they die, is because of changes in climate, because they get hit by lightning, because of landslides, stuff like that. That's how trees die. And the Deku Tree is that's what he says himself. I've been around like I've watched over this land since time immemorial. And you can see it from this quote as well. How many sacred maidens and heroes opposing countless calamities. So the calamity from 10,000 years ago is just one calamity. So just because the Deku Tree is missing here doesn't mean that that this takes place 10,000 years in the past. The Deku Tree passage, yes. I had to clarify it, NBC. I'm sorry. Like I have to share some of my findings. How are you doing, man? Like actually, speaking of Nintendo Black Crisis, he was the one who uh, actually said like there are multiple reasons why the Deku Tree could be gone. Could be that Ganondorf just burned down the forest, as dark as that is. It could be that the Deku Tree's like that piece of land elevated to the sky. Maybe it's a sky island right now. Even though I'm still not sure if that's going to be the case. If actual pieces of the surface will float, I do like that idea. I hope it will, but if it's not, that's okay too. Of course, we still have the sky. It's in the sky, so it's cool. Um, but yeah, the fact that the Deku Tree here is missing is not necessarily proof that this takes place like in the super ancient past of 10,000 years ago or something like that. Especially because of Akala Citadel. Akala Citadel should probably not exist since it's a modern Hylian structure. It could have existed 10,000 years ago, of course. I'm not saying it wouldn't. But then, like I said, what about Lon Lon Ranch? How is this part of Lon Lon Ranch in the exact same state, like it's destroyed state, as it was in the like? That's just that doesn't make sense any like at all. Like these pieces of debris, like we don't know what those are or what their implications are, but don't get Monster Maze started on reversed audio. Yes. Yeah, we'll get to that too soon. Like I don't really have a good reference right now, but some people have been saying it's the ancient like the 10,000 year ago legend music if you reverse it, but it's the exact same music as in the trailer. It's just a little bit faster. And I've analyzed the notes and they're not at all the same. Like they're completely different. So I'm not convinced as of right now. Maybe the Deku Tree just isn't in bloom right now. Yeah, Katie, that's possible. I mean, it's hard to say because it's so far away. But you definitely should be able to see it because, here we go. Like, look how obvious it is. It's very obviously there. Akala Citadel doesn't have the tower on it, and Death Mountain is not active. That is for sure. That is something we can know for sure. Can't the Deku Tree be reborn? Yeah, the Deku Tree does reborn. He gets reborn every time, if I'm correct. I think he even keeps his memories from his past lives, because the Deku Tree in the Wind Waker is like a descendant of the Deku Tree from Ocarina of Time, and they do kind of keep their memories. From what I understand, I'm not 100% sure. It could be a Hylian historian or no, what is it called? Hylia Historia thing. Mm. But people speculate that Link in disguise is Ganondorf. Yeah, no. I'm pretty sure that's not the case. I'm starting to feel less and less like this is time travel. It could very well be. That is something we will get into after this, because there is a part of the whole thing with the trailer which people have pointed out, which it does at least prove that there is a time gap. Oh, thank you, Rapid. Yeah, happy Father's Day. Well, I'm not a father, but my dad is, so makes sense. Wait, I'll quickly pull up the thing I'm talking about. Like here, the sun sets like this is approximately where what is it called? Hebra Mountain is, right? So this is where that mountain should be. It's kind of frustrating because I wanted to see if there's a hole in the mountain to see if it's there. But here the sun sets like to the, I guess you could say, northwest, kind of like that. But in that other shot here, the sun is clearly shining from this side, right? So there is definitely there is definitely a change in the sun's position, because the sun never sets or rises in this area, because this is where the Gerudo Desert is. These are the Gerudo Highlands right here. So this is approximately where the Gerudo Desert would be. And the sun never reaches here. If you can see, let me pull up that real quick. We'll go to this side. Like the sun always arcs above the castle, right? It rises like around here. Let me see. Like Akala Citadel is where the sun rises, and then it travels up like in an arc, and then it reaches. It never like reaches all the way on top of the castle or on top of Hyrule Field. It always arcs this way, and then it sets around where Va Meadow is. So around there. That's where the sun sets. So it rises at Akala Citadel, travels up like this in an arc, and then comes down there. But in the trailer, we can clearly see the sun shining there, like around the Gerudo Highlands area, like I guess where Vanna Boris is. But that can actually be explained. Some people I saw, like I loved Xenogamer's last video. I thought it was a great video, but I did correct him on that because he says, "Oh, the sun is on the other side, so the Earth's rotation has reversed." But that's actually not the case. Let's just put it this way: we cannot know if that's the case. The only way, because the side of which the sun sets and rises, it's like it rises in the east, and then it sets in the west, right? The only way the Earth's rotation would be reversed if it's the opposite. Like if it rises in the east and then sets like in the west, that's when we would be able to see, oh yeah, the Earth's rotation has been reversed. But we don't see the sun move in the trailer, so there's no way to actually know that, because the shot doesn't last long enough to observe the movement of the sun. But it is definitely in a different position. It's all the way in the other side. But you can see here, the sun actually changes its arc in the summer. Like the summer and the winter have a different like arc as it travels through the sky. So let's say this house is Hyrule Castle. The sun rises like here, this would be where Akala Citadel is. The sun rises here, and then it arcs over the castle and then goes down here. But in the winter, it shifts to the south, which is where the Gerudo Desert is. The Gerudo Desert is in the south. So it could just be winter. It could just be a different period in time, but it doesn't have to be 10,000 years necessarily, because it happens every half year. Like you have the winter arc and you have the summer arc. So the fact that the sun is here now, it could just mean that it's winter time right now. So it doesn't have anything to do with the Earth's rotation. It just means the sun arcs further to the south. But like I said, he does, even though that part of his video was wrong, and he was very open to the criticism of it. We had a discussion about it. All good friends here. Like in this shot, it still does set around where Rideau Village would be, like Va Meadow is. So there is definitely a time gap between this shot and where is it? This shot. There is a time gap there for sure. Let me see what it Flat Hyrule Society. Yeah. But hey there, Monster Mass. But yeah, the like there is definitely a time gap here, but it doesn't have to be 10,000 years necessarily. So that the position of the sun is not necessarily proof of that. Even the like I said, the Deku Tree being gone doesn't have to be proof of that either. Because like we said, Akala Citadel is there, which is kind of sus. Because it shouldn't be there if this is like tens of thousands years in the past. Nintendo Black Crisis also gave a good reason as to why Death Mountain might be inactive, because it did have something to do with Varudania stomping around. I won't give away too many details right now because I don't want to ruin his analysis. But you know, like I said, I am working on a video right now, which will come out like in the middle of next week. But that won't cover any of the time travel stuff, at least mostly. I might mention it very briefly, but okay, cool. Thanks, Will. What if we play as two different characters, are both connected by the arm? I think if we do play as two different characters, I think it is still the same link. Actually, let me just pull that up real quick. Someone contacted me on Discord about that. Let me see. Someone pointed out some small little details that I missed. Where are you? Where are you? Why do people keep changing their names? Oh yeah. Because I'll just pull it up real quick. Like the hip pouch is still the same, and okay, yeah, they sent me some small details and stuff. Like he has the exact same hip pouch still, in general, but of course that's just a hip pouch. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. But I personally think if it is like the arm might just be a part of Link. He has the same bow thing, yeah, too. That too. Like we already discussed in the on the previous stream that his hair is actually this long. That's just how it is. He's always had long hair. It's just that the ponytail makes it look like it's not that long. But last time I showed some pictures of Link wearing the ancient, what was it, helmets, like the Divine Beast helmets, and his hair is definitely this long for sure. But the arm is probably part of him, or at least the brace is. And I will quickly talk about something that I thought was pretty interesting. It doesn't mean it's true, but like those markings on his body, they kind of remind me of something. Like we know, like this is something I will discuss in my next video. So consider this a little like a wait, okay, like consider this like a little foreshadowing or preview to what's to come in the video. Like those markings on his body. Let me turn on that thing again. Whoa. Oh, that's not what I want. Okay, yeah, there we go. Like a lot of people have said, like they look a little bit Twilighty, and it's pretty obvious that it is part of the like affliction that like latched onto his arm. And I kind of remembered that there was like let me see, like Zelda had something pretty similar when she was possessed by Ganondorf in Twilight Princess. She had these markings on her body. You can see it in a couple of those shots, like especially here, like because Ganondorf didn't really, he wasn't really able to possess people in Ocarina of Time. Like he didn't, at least he didn't do that. It wasn't until Twilight Princess, after he like transformed into Malice, that's when he started to be able to possess people, and he does that. He even gets the yellow eyes and stuff, and but those markings on her body, they I don't know, they kind of remind me of like a similar thing. Like obviously we've already seen that Ganondorf through his malice is able to take over stuff. Like we saw it with the technology. Be right back stealing this idea. Like yeah, thanks Nintendo Crisis. But yeah, like we know that Ganondorf can take over stuff through his malice. Like he took possession of the Guardians. He literally absorbed Aster when he did. So who's to say he cannot just like also take over organic life forms as well? Like the malice, it traveled up his arm, and then this is approximately where it stopped, and then he got the brace thing, and that I think this suppressed the malice itself. Because when you think about it, in the original trailer, the let me see, where is he? Like the hand is clutching onto him, but the hand itself doesn't seem phased by the malice, right? Oh yeah, he corrupts Nadra too. Yeah, true. Yeah. So like I think it's not necessarily the hand itself, but the bracelet thing that it has on it. I think this has the power to withstand malice. That's why the hand itself is not phased by it, because anyone else, like even Link himself in the game, when you like he takes damage from malice. Malice is deadly to the touch, but like this hand doesn't seem to care about it, even though the malice is clearly like in contact with it. I think this brace thing, whatever this, like it's some sort of artifact that allows you to withstand malice. So whoever made this bracelet, like the people, like the Zonai, could it be? Like the people who made this artifact may have found out a way to suppress the malice, or just when you wear it, it doesn't affect you. And that's why when Link gets possessed by the malice at the beginning, where is it? Like when he gets possessed by the malice itself, obviously it's gonna ruin his hand because it turns all black and stuff, and you can even see it in the close up. His skin is, the skin underneath the bracelet is clearly like black. Hello? Oh, there we go. Like it's all all discolored and stuff. So I think that it's the brace itself, or the bracelet itself, that suppresses the malice. But it was about to spread to his body too. But like the thing, whatever it is, it prevented that from happening. But yeah, I don't know. For some reason, it really reminds me of that, of the stuff Zelda had on her body when she was possessed by Ganondorf. Like those markings and stuff. It's very reminiscent of that, and it's also the first time ever that we see Ganondorf taking over someone, like an organic life form, through his malice, basically. Oh, it's Conrad. Zonai is Nozai is mystery. Yes, indeed. But yeah, that's just something I found very interesting. Like Twilight Princess is clear. Let me just quickly go to the to my library. I don't remember where it takes place though. Does anybody know when we get to see the cutscene where he takes over, or he presents himself to sit the what's his name, Zant? Is it at the end? Cave of Ordeals? No. Usurper King Zant. Maybe it's here. Let me check.
Hey everybody, and
Welcome back to Zelda Master. Oh, I love that guy. His content is amazing. Where does he fight Zant? Oh, here. Oh yeah, I think it's here. Yeah. Look. This is also you see the markings. Zelda Master Collab Pog. Oh look, it's a Zelda tuber everyone is allowed to take footage from. Yes. Oh, he's so generous. Yeah, like in the ancient legends of the distant past in Breath of the Wild, it talks about how Ganondorf was like he at some point lost his reason and he transformed into malice. And this is basically the first time we see that happen to a certain extent. Where is he? Oh, look at the poor guy. He has a bad temper, man. Oh yeah, I've seen the holes in his body. Yeah. I can show them again later if you want. Wait, where? Oh yeah, it's here. Like this is the first time that Ganondorf takes on like a swirly form. He didn't do that before. Like he was either just Ganondorf, like in Ocarina of Time, for instance, he was just Ganondorf, or at some point he transformed into Ganon. But he never transformed into, and he was also not able to take over like people and stuff. But in this game, wait, let me quickly go to that part. Dark Rider Ganondorf. Where is that part? Oh, Ganon's puppet Zelda. There we go. Oh, it's zoomed in again. Where is it? Oh yeah, here. Like obviously it's like Twilight power here. But he's clearly like housing himself inside of Zelda. That sounds wrong, but you can see the markings forming on her face. There, Midna went flying. Sending Ganondorf to the Twilight Realm only made him stronger. Yes, Conrad, indeed. Yeah, it's funny. Every time they try to kill Ganondorf, they make it worse. But yeah, this is probably, at least I think, this is probably the first time where Ganondorf was able to transform himself into malice and stuff. Let me see. Is there a cutscene at the end? Pretty sure it is. Damn. Okay, yeah, and then it's gone. Okay. Maybe in the next one. Oh no, then he just transforms into Dark Beast Ganon, I'm pretty sure. Oh no. There she is. God damn. Midna is so scary when she's using the fused shadow. And then she purifies him. So could the hand be Midna? Oh man, it's crazy. But yeah, that is pretty interesting. The whole connection between Ganondorf being able to corrupt other beings or like take them over. We've also seen it happen with Maladus in Spirit Tracks, where Zelda also gets possessed, like her life force gets taken over. Maladus, I don't know. Maybe there's a connection there too. Like maybe there is like a certain, like we don't even know for sure what malice is, but it's like a substance of hatred. The empty body can be used. Yeah. Like I'm not saying that it is the exact same, but I do find it pretty interesting how the markings on his body are, they are very angular, very Twilight esque. So yeah, let me just read some. Malice is clearly Zonai. Yes, everything is Zonai. Will, you know that? Like those clouds in the background, they're Zonai clouds. Here, look, it's a Zonai cloud for sure. Oh yeah, the holes. Yeah, I'll quickly show the holes in Ganondorf's bod. Where is he? Where's our boy? Where's G-Man? No, it's further. Oh, there he is. Oh, too far. Let's get the clearest shot. Yeah, it's like there's four holes here, like one, two, three, four, like two tiny ones here, which is pretty nasty. There's one in his hands clearly, but there's also one in his wrists. And let me just pull up my ancient knowledge again. Did you know that when people were crucified back in the day, they usually didn't drive the nail through the hand; they drove it through your wrist, like right below your hand, because there's two bones there. Like you have your, I don't know what the English name of those two bones are, but like your wrist is consists of two bones, and that's actually where they drove the nail through, not through your hands. So yeah, there's one here, and I'm pretty sure they're on the other side as well. It's there's too much shadow, so you can't really see it. But yeah, it's pretty gruesome, to say the least. I don't know what this man went through, but it's yeah. I think there's holes in his chest too. Could be, I'm not sure. But yeah, the three here are very, very clear. And we all know he did get the Master Sword driven to his chest in Twilight Princess, but I don't know. This doesn't look like that. This just seems like from the hand itself. I think Nintendo Black Crisis even said there might have been more. Like obviously only the hand remained at the end. You can see a bit of the big hole that the hand was covering up. Yeah. Wait, let me grab the original trailer. Like, yeah, these are the same holes right here, I think. Like you have the big one in the middle and then one at the top and then two at the other side. I'm not sure if you can see the holes in his hands as well, but the hand was gripping higher, so this is not from the hand itself. Or at least maybe there was a second hand, or because a lot of people are speculating that the hand might have been a full individual at one point, and now only the hand remains, like its life force has been drained to the point where it's only a hand now. Now you see the big hole. Let me see. Because it's gripping him like pretty close to that jewel. Maybe those are those two holes here. Because these holes here, those are for sure. Those are these ones right here, because they're like right below his rib cage. This is approximately where his rib cage ends, and that's where the holes are. Oh god. So those are definitely these. Also, you can see the hole in his wrist, or yeah, in his wrist now. Hey, hindsight. Maybe someone already pointed that out before, but sucking malice like oil. Yeah, gotta get some of that freedom. Let me see. Perfect crossover doesn't exist. Why does Ganon look so creepy in the trailer? Wow, he's been dead for a long time, or well, like mummified at least. But yeah, I'm actually surprised they kept that in the original model. You still have the hole here in the wrist. I know people were talking about the holes in his hands. I don't know if you can see them in other. Oh, let me turn off the sound real quick. Oh yeah, here. Yeah. You can see it right here. The hole in his hand. This is what people were talking about, and because it wasn't very clear, people were like, is it maybe the lighting, or is it something else? But now we know there is definitely a hole in his hand, but there's also one in his wrist. Right here. And you can see it. This is the same model still. They kept it pretty much identical, I think. So yeah, pretty creepy. Let me check what did Will have to say. Hold on, let me get a screen cap and I'll send it your way. Oh, cool. Yeah, me and Nintendo Black Crisis have been talking a lot lately. We've had like 3 calls in a row. Every time we're like, hey, you want to call for just like, I don't know, like do a brief call, and then we end up talking for 2 hours every damn time. A lot of idea sharing. And also, I think it's important that we all keep looking and keep sharing things. And when something turns out to be wrong, like I just showed with the sun, or like the reverse trailer music, that like it's also important to keep spreading that, because me and Nintendo Black Crisis already did a misconceptions video back in the day about the original trailer. There was so much stuff. Hey Perry, hello. The hype must go on. I thought I think I already saw you before. Yeah, you've been here for a while. Thank you as always for modding, by the way. Reverse music is nearly always pulled out of context. Yes, indeed. Like I said something similar in the previous stream. When you reverse something or put it next to some piece of music, it can often sound the same. But when you actually analyze the notes, it's nowhere close at all. Let me see. Ari Wolf, have you noticed that the beginning and ending part of the first trailer look like the beginning part of the second part? I think these scenes take place in Link's arm. I don't know, but it is pretty interesting. There is one part of the trailer which I think they changed, because we do have to keep in mind that when they made the first trailer, they were still in production. They probably didn't even have a story completely ready yet, because there is something very strange about, like, the sequence of events doesn't really make sense. Because, let me see. Yeah, like here, this is the Master Sword, and his hand gets corrupted. And I think we can all agree that if it when it comes to the sequence of events, first his hand is gonna get corrupted by malice, and then he receives the green arm, right? That I think that makes sense. Why would it be the other way around? That that would make no sense at all. Besides, we would have already seen it here probably. So his hand gets corrupted first, and because of the corruption, he receives the bracelet thing, or like the green arm itself houses itself inside of him and then suppresses the spread of the malice, heals him, or at least puts a damper on it for a while. But in the original trailer, when that happens, wait, where is his hand again? Where's the hand scene? Oh yeah, here. Here's the Master Sword. You can clearly see the tip of the hilt here. How would he have time to put the Master Sword back in its sheath when his arm just got corrupted? Because the malice clearly travels up the Master Sword up onto his arm and then corrupts his hand, which I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have time to be like, oh, let me just put my sword back into its sheath right now. So I'm pretty sure that's something they changed. That's simply, they corrected that. Because the original trailer doesn't mean that's how the story is going to be. It's just a demonstration. Same thing with the original Breath of the Wild release or reveal trailer from 2014. There was a lot of stuff different there. The world was different. I'm pretty sure you can spot lots of differences between the final product and what we saw in 2014. So the original trailer definitely doesn't mean that is 100% like how it's going to play out. So I'm pretty sure he either drops the Master Sword or it's just like the Master Sword itself is all screwed up. I'm pretty confident he doesn't just put it back in its sheath and then he receives the arm, especially because, as we see in the trailer, once he does receive the arm, he's unconscious. He's laying on the floor, like nude. Oh, you sent me a picture. Let me see. Well, what am I looking at here? Oh, I see the arrow. I should have seen that. I should probably open this up in. Oh yeah. You can see it. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. You can kind of see the bevel of it. Yeah. This is where the hand was gripping him. So these holes right here are from something else. For sure. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. So this is where the hand gripped him, and this is we don't know where that came from. Same goes for the wrist and the hand. We don't know. It's pretty screwed up anyway. We have the horseshoe thing here on his hip. Let me refresh that. Yeah. He's been punctured. It's pretty disturbing. Ganon and Link rocking those togas. Well, like, even though I said before that I'm not convinced yet that this is time travel, maybe I can go over that again real quick. Oh, Talus Rune, thank you. I just used your the thing you sent me on Discord. Your evidence about the pouch being exactly identical. Someone also pointed out the quiver and all the other stuff is also identical. So probably more restraints that were okay. Yeah. Let me just read your super chat real quick. By the way, thank you so much for the generosity, man. $50, thanks. It's a lot. I think it was the green hand, then Malice. Maybe the Malice attacked because he had the green hand. I'm not sure. And also, Link pulled the Master Sword out because Ganon got up. Now that he isn't pinned by the hand, the nude scene could be after the Ganon struggle. It could be, but I'm still not. Like, it sounds weird to me that he receives the hand first, because from what we see from the trailer, the hand is obviously there to suppress the spread of the malice. Like, why would. We do see in the original trailer that the hand saves him. Like, it grabs onto him. Where is that scene? Should be somewhere around here. Yeah, here. Like, it definitely does save him. But, first of all, this is his left hand. This is not his right hand. I'm pretty sure. I'm sure he's using his other hand to save Zelda. Well, we all know how that's gonna turn out. But I don't think the grabbing itself is what causes him to receive this bracelet necessarily. But maybe you are right. You do make a good point. I mean, who's to say he gets the hand first, and or he gets the malice first and then the hand? It's just from what I've seen so far, it makes more sense to be the other way around, because first his hand gets corrupted, the malice starts spreading across his body, and then to prevent that, he basically gets the bracelet, he gets possessed by the hand, and that kind of soothes it or heals it. Wait, did I have another super chat? Oh yeah, I did. Ganon be like, Taker 610. Ganon be like, but can you do this, PewDiePie? Yes. Well, he can do some crazy stuff this time around. Let me see. Will, what do you have to say? Thinking that the hand might have willingly let go of the Ganon seal to save Link. Yes. Yeah, that's what I used in my original chronologically, like my edit, where I edited the. But by the way, some people have been asking if I want to do an edit of the two trailers together. I might at some point, but the whole reason the first one turned out so well was because I took some time to let it settle first. You know, because right now there's so much stuff floating around. Oh, Talisman, yeah, we can agree to disagree. I'm not disagreeing, by the way. I'm just saying, like, in my opinion, that seems like the most logical, but it doesn't mean it's true, obviously. But yeah, like, it's always good to give it some time. I know it's all about speed when it comes to Zelda theories. Like, everybody wants to be the first. But sometimes it's okay to just wait and see the ideas develop. And then as we understand the new trailer more, because the new trailer has a lot of gameplay. And gameplay, you cannot really edit that in a very nice way because it's not a cinematic. Oh, Johnny Peacock, thank you. Thank you so much. Like I said, there's a lot of gameplay. Like I did say before, like, he doesn't have any equipment here. So this is probably the first section of when he becomes, like, when he's Ancient Link, so to speak. I do think this is Link, but I don't know, the costume might be the same that the ancient hero used to wear, if it is an ancient hero, because that we also have to keep in mind, guys, that we all assume that it's like an ancient hero, but that doesn't have to be the case necessarily. It could also be oh my god, that was a misclick. Oh, your message was retracted. Did you want me to shout out anything? Just let me know. Well, just type it in, just add me, and then like, it doesn't have to be an ancient hero necessarily. It could also be a sage or something, because normally the hero doesn't seal Ganondorf like the sages do. So that is another like assumption that we've all made. Like, oh, okay, it has to be an ancient hero, like an ancient version of Link. Could be, but it's not necessarily a given. It could also be just an ancient sage or Midna. Link wearing his hair down. Yeah. The new Link has blue hooped in earrings. Link from Breath of the Wild has these. Yeah. That's why I do think this is the same Link. His body, his most of what we see is just Link. The only reason why it's so we cannot really say anything for sure is because we didn't see his face. Like nowhere in the trailer do they ever show his face, which is I'm pretty sure that was intentional to keep us guessing. And I've already talked about it before how I think maybe there is something wrong with his face, which is also why I made the where is it? This could be that his eye or something, or like he might be looking different. We don't know that right now because they never show it. Um, what do you think happened to the Master Sword? I'm hoping it fell down into the chasm, and Zelda picked it up, and we get to do some underground stuff. Oh, Perry, yeah. Please make me a background too. Yeah, sure. After my video goes up, I will release that. I will release it as a wallpaper because this is also going to be the thumbnail. Um, Spoiler alert. But yeah, it's also going to be part of the thumbnail. So after the video goes up, my members and my Patreons already have it. They can download it as a wallpaper. Let me see. What do people have to say? The clothing looks practically new, but the fashion itself is ancient. Yeah, for sure. Like we all assume it's time travel because of the clothing, because of some of the time manipulation stuff that we see. But we cannot really say that for sure, because for those of you who've joined later, like there's little things like the Deku tree missing. Like the Deku tree is not there. While in the actual game he should be there. Let me see. Like this is oh wait, we gotta go up. Like this is approximately where the shot is taken from in the trailer. And yeah, the Deku tree is here. You can clearly see it, but it's not there for some reason. But at the same time, Akala Citadel is there. And that is a modern Hylian structure. So that doesn't make sense. Also, probably even more convincing, the Lon Lon Ranch ruins are here. Look how like this is the tower from Lon Lon Ranch, which is oh, let me fly over there real quick. That's this thing right here. Oh, okay, I've reached the limit. Like this is the Lon Lon Ranch ruin. And that is for sure this thing. How can Lon Lon Ranch be in ruins in the exact same way if this is 10,000 years ago? Lon Lon Ranch either wasn't built yet, or at least it should still be in a good condition. Like the way it's broken off is the exact same as in Breath of the Wild. So either this part takes place in the normal time, like in the present, or there is no time travel. Like yeah, we've seen a lot of little things. That's why it's so important that we keep discussing and keep spreading around ideas, because right now there's a lot of people who've either listened to the music in reverse and they think it's the 10,000 years ago legend music, which I can guarantee you it's not the same. I've checked. It's not the same notes. It's not even the same scale or rhythm. Just because it goes do 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 doesn't mean it's the same music. Like it's an arpeggio. A lot of music uses arpeggios, and like you could even say it's the same as the music from what is it called? A Quiet Moment from Age of Calamity. That's also that's also an arpeggio. That doesn't mean it's the same. Like the rhythm, all that stuff, it needs to at least be cohesive or at least be the same to make sense. And the note progression has to be the same. And I wrote music for quite a while. I still do sometimes. I can assure you it's not the same scale. And besides, it's the exact same music as the original Breath of the Wild 2 trailer. The exact same. It's just faster. But it's still the it's still that. Just faster. So why did nobody link it to that music before? If it really was that song. Because I think the main consensus was that it was the Game Over music from Zelda 1, which is also, by the way, not the case. Check out Nintendo Black Crisis' video for that. Let me check real quick. Did I miss a super chat again? Or not? Oh, no, okay. Let me quickly look up. Where are you? Johnny, did you type a message that you wanted me to read, or are you good? Let me see. It's a shame that I don't have the project for the music right now, because I do have it on my laptop. I did map out all the notes for Nintendo Black Crisis' video. Shameless plug, yeah. Yeah, definitely check that video out because there I do show it. Ben Lamoureux, thank you so much. Thoughts on the islands possibly being the sacred realm? Yeah. Well, I think someone is doing, I don't know who, but someone is doing a video on that pretty soon. Maybe it's Celtic. Like the dragons, the three dragons, they always disappear into these portals up like super high up in the sky. And it could be that that's like a different dimension which exists like right above the clouds. Like in Skyward Sword, it was like magic. There's the cloud barrier, and it kind of works like a one-way mirror. So from the floor, like when you're on the surface, you can. Oh, Celtic already did it yesterday. Oh, cool, awesome. Well, go check out Celtic's video after this then, or right now, whatever you want. But like when you look up in Skyward Sword, you can see blue skies, but when you're up in the sky, you cannot look down because there's like a barrier there. So like I said, it's like a kind of like a one-way mirror thing. And yeah, like pseudonym says, it could be that the cloud barrier never got dispelled. Like the dragons have to be moving somewhere because you can clearly see this like whirlpool up in the sky as they move upwards. I don't know if we can find one. Maybe. Can see if we can find one real quick. I'm pretty sure Dinral does it all the time. It's a bit laggy, probably. Raid! Raid! An old saying goes, the dragon ascends to the heavens as the sun begins to set, but nobody has seen this in the current age. Oh, Hyrule Compendium, Farash. I'm pretty sure you can see Dinral doing it a couple of times as well. Usually he flies around this area, kind of. Around the gut check challenge. If it's sunset, then if anybody like is like a super big, I don't know, Croton fan or something, and they know exactly because Croton knows everything about this game pretty much. Let me check. Wait. My controller is not doing well right now. Ah, there we go. I don't know when he flies around, to be honest. We can see if we can find him at some point. I know I see him flying around this area often. Like for sure he's here somewhere. We need Croton here right now. If someone can look it up, see if like at what time you can spot him. I know he flies around Tanager Canyon as well, but that's not where he goes up into the portal. He does that somewhere around here. He flies. Oh no, there he is. Let's see if he goes up. Yeah, he does. Title could legitimately be A Link to the Past. Yeah. Well, if it features time travel, for sure, Taker 610. Thank you again. Dragon! It's a dragon! my fiance is laughing in the background because we always joke about that. It's a dragon! It's a dragon! How to train your dragon! Let's see if he goes up into the portal. Like at some point there's like this portal that opens up in the sky and he just goes right through it. Majestic. What's happening? We're looking at dragons. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting dragons. Got yourself some Elmer Fudd right there. Some of you might be too young for that. Come on, fly up. Go into your sky thing. Sky portal. Well, while we wait for this guy to do his thing, we're just watching this guy do his thing. Well, I'm gonna have to follow him for a bit. It's in the sky. It's a dragon. It's a dragon. Oh God, leave me alone. No. Whoa. Oh, that was just a Lizzophos doing its thing. Jesus. Leave me alone. This is the moment where you all find out I actually totally suck at this game. And you're like, oh, we're listening to this guy talk about how this game is. What we're supposed to think about this game. Cannot even play it properly. And I'm playing with cheats as well. Oh, there he goes. Oh, he's coming down now. Damn it. Go up. We're going to follow this guy all the way up until he does his thing. Oh, God. Okay. Bye. No, I'm actually pretty pro at this game, guys. Trust me. Overkill, yeah. Ancient Arrow. We're witnessing the next documentary series. Oh, here he comes. He's coming down. I wonder when he's going to go up. You can kill Dinraw with an ancient arrow. Oh yeah, I'm sure. There he goes. We have to keep up. Just shoot him, he'll go. Really? He goes when you shoot him? Wait, let me switch to a normal arrow then, because I'm not going to shoot this guy with an ancient arrow. That's a bit too much. Can I shoot him from here? Do I make that? Pretty sure I can't. No. Oh God, I'm gonna have to keep up. He's really fast. Farish uses portals all the time in the Gerudo Highlands. Stay on the northern edge. Oh, well, this is personal now. I gotta keep up first. If I lose track of him, I'll go to Farish real quick. Master cycle. Oh, you're a genius. Where is the master cycle? Oh, there he is. You're a genius, Nintendo Black Crisis. This is why you are the biggest Zelda tuber ever. Oh God, it's a Lino. Oh, please leave me alone. Don't kill me. Oh God. Oh, he's gonna shoot this thing into the sky and then it's gonna hit me because Linos don't miss. No, it's not Lino time. Wow, this is supposed to be a theory discussion video. Why am I playing this game? Oh, it was Commonwealth Realm. Oh God. Sorry, I misread. Sorry, Conrad. You are the genius. You're both geniuses, by the way. Oh, there he goes. He goes up again. Is he leaving? Wow, he's so fast. I cannot keep up with this guy. Where's the portal? Oh wow, it's... Oh God! No! Oh no! No! Oh, there he goes. Oh, please don't kill me, Mr. Lino. I'm doing research. I'm just a humble scientist. Yeah, there he goes. Oh, I cannot. Oh God, please leave me alone. But yeah, what is that? That was a very unlucky sequence. But yeah, where are they going? Best footage ever. Yes. Watch me stumble around in the game as I don't want to fight enemies at all. And then it just dissipates. It just goes away. No, I cannot fly up that high, even with the free cam, unfortunately. It has a set limit that you can use it for. But yeah. He flies up into a different realm. So the spirit realm, maybe? I guess. So the fact that we cannot see the islands from here doesn't necessarily mean that this is early game or that it's in a different time period. It could just mean that you cannot see that. You're only able to see the islands when you're up there, and you can actually see the surface. I got a Breath of the Wild editor that changes your speed. Edits the inventory, allows you to teleport high up, so you can... Oh yeah, sure. Send it my way. I mean, if I'm gonna capture footage of that, I'm not gonna do a video about the sky portals because it's not really necessary. Someone already did it. Let me see real quick if I have a... Oh yeah, Forest uses... Ace Lambert III, thank you so much for the tip. We can go if Farosh does use the portals all the time in the Gerudo Highlands. I can't stay close to the northern edge. Okay, let's just I mean, since we're here anyway, I might as well. That's pretty high up, so maybe we will be able to fly close to it, I guess. Let's see. Gerudo Highlands northern edge, you said, right? So when you shoot them, they go away. How can you see? How can we see stars if it's just a cloud barrier? Well, I mean, you could see stars in Skyward Sword too when you were on Skyloft. I'm pretty sure you could see them. Uh, where's my warm clothes? Where are they? Where are they? Why am I wearing my? Oh yeah, it was because I was capturing Epona before. Thought it would be fun to wear the Hylian outfit. While I'm climbing, I'm gonna just talk to you guys. Yeah, how can we see stars? Digital dazzle. It's in at least from what I understand, you can see stars when you're on top of Skyloft. But it's just that when you look down, you only see sky, you only see clouds. But when you're on the surface and you look up, you actually see blue skies, which shouldn't be possible, obviously. Like the cloud barrier works very strange. And it was never night on the surface. Yeah, that's true. Ah, that was one of the more disappointing things about Skyward Sword. I love the day-night cycles, like exploring at night. I didn't like the fact that you couldn't fly at night. The first time, the first time I played that game, that was probably one of the moments where I was like, you know what, maybe this game is not for me. Because I jumped off Skyloft, I called my bird at night, and it just you fall because your bird is asleep apparently. And then the guy comes and he saves you, and he has his Loftwing has like a headlamp on his face, like it's a Loftwing with a headlamp. And I thought, oh, maybe you can get like an upgrade to your Loftwing at some point, and you can fly at night. You just have to get it. But then I looked it up on the internet, and it's like, nope, nope, you cannot fly at night at all. I was like, man, one of my favorite things to do in Ocarina of Time was walking around Hyrule Field at night. That was so cool to do. Skyward Sword is a level-based game. Change my mind. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I mean, Skyward Sword is still a great game, obviously. I wasn't in a very good mood during my playthrough of the game. I'm very, very hyped to play it again, give it another shot, because it's practically a new game for me. Go away. Oh, let me give myself a shield. Wait, which shield was it again? The one that I think it's the Radiant Shield. Like it serves better. Read my comment, low at Monster Maze. This is unrelated, but do you play Minecraft or ever have? Yeah, I play Minecraft all the time with Charlie on stream. Usually on Thursdays, we skipped this Thursday because we were both too busy. I'm still moving house and stuff, and he's been doing some stuff of his own. Plus, we got the new trailer, so I've been busy doing. Oh God, just leave me alone. So where's Farish? Oh, there he is. Wow, just as I asked. I think we're close to the 8th heroine right now. Oh, oh no. Let me get a piece of that horn. Yeah. Ow. Where did his horn go? Does he go up after this? Because I just hit him in the face. Let me see. Sir! Sir! Oh, there he goes. Wait. Oh! There we go. How's this for a good view? Ah. Oh, I cannot go further than this though. Wait, maybe if I walk forward a bit with Link. Please no. Okay, this is the furthest we get to go, guys. Sorry. Like, yeah, this is... What is this thing? It's not even that high up. Yeah. It's actually pretty close. And then it just dissipates afterwards when he goes through the portal. I think I'm getting attacked down on the surface. But see, you can see, like, it just disappears and there's stars. Oh, wow, that was a weird transition. Just... But yeah. Like, where do they go? Right? Can you try and see anything through the portal? I mean, we can try. What time is it now? Let me see. It's 3:10. So he should be back here again next day, right? I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get up all the way to the portal because this is already the highest point. That, like, there's a set perimeter that you're allowed to float with the free cam. So even if I use Rivali's Gale, I'm just going to ascend, like, I'm going to just descend back down. Yeah, it's just a texture. It is, yeah. Oh, Maddie did a video on it. Okay, cool. It's just a flat texture. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you cannot go through it. I would have wanted to see it up closer. But I mean, we got pretty close, right? I don't have the moon jump, I think. Oh, we're close to the 8th heroine. Maybe we're gonna see some of that in the new game. Who knows? Or not. They're just gonna totally ignore it. Oh yeah, there it is. Still in development. Woo! There we go. Statue of the 8th heroine. Who is the 8th? Nintendo Black Crisis. Who is the 8th? Wiped from history. Zonai. Can we see any details on this? Nah. Pretty sure we can't. But it is still pretty interesting, and it's funny that we still don't know who this is or what it means after countless theories. And the game is almost like 4.5 years old. It is 4.5 years old. Nose-eye. Yeah, it's the Z word again. Yeah, this is Simu for the research purposes. Indeed. Mr. Nintendo Black Crisis, we've waited 84 it's been 84 years for your theory video to come out. Yeah. Well, he came through though. It's an amazing video. Go check it out if you haven't. But yeah, so far I'm still not convinced about the time travel because we've seen there's cloud, like we just saw that portal that they go through is not that high. If like it was like only like maybe a few meters above like the which matches with this. Like this is approximately where we are right now. This is where we just saw Farish. Like the cloud barrier was, or the portal thing was around here. And they disappear into that. So I mean, it could be the like a different realm, like a different dimension existing above Hyrule. Also, something I pointed out before. I already discussed it this with Nintendo Black Crisis as well. I think that part where you like this, where you go through the wall. I don't necessarily think this is a gameplay mechanic that we will use a lot. It could be, maybe later on. But if we're going to be able to phase through walls, that might destroy a lot of options. I think this is just the fast travel, to be honest. Or at least from the surface. If you are from the surface, do you remember in Skyward Sword when you warp back to the sky, you always get that little animation where Link's like shoots up from the cloud barrier and then he drifts on his paraglider or his what is it called? Uh, Sailcloth for a moment, and then his bird comes to take him off. I'm pretty sure when you're on the surface, you can choose which islands you get to visit, but only after you've already been there. So, like you can even see here, as the camera moves, like you see this, you have like this little altar here, and there's even like a thing hanging from the ceiling which sticks and points downwards towards this altar, which kind of reminds me of the guidance stones that we have on the Sheikah towers and stuff. Also like a thing hanging from the ceiling above an altar. I think once you've visited an island, you can activate like a shrine thingy, and then from that moment on, you'll be able to travel back to that island from the surface. You just shoot upwards, and then you go through the floor. Apparently, might even have something to do with this. Not sure. Don't quote me on that. It's like Wakanda, yeah. Black Panther and the Hidden City. Oh, there we have a corruption again. But yeah, maybe these are warp points from which you travel upwards to the sky and then pop onto that island. But only when you've already visited an island. I wonder if the Rito play a role in this game. Taker 610, yeah. I'm curious about that too. I mean, Teba is still there. Like, if we are assuming that the old champions are gone now, I mean, that would make sense, right? I actually would prefer if that's the case, because they moved on. They moved on to the afterlife together with King Rome. Let them rest. Let them rest already. So, yeah, the champions are gone. I'm pretty sure. Not. Don't quote me on that, but didn't the same guy also voice Teba? Are those the same voice actor? I know Yunobo and Daruk are definitely the same voice actor, but I'm not sure about Teba and Rivali. Are they? Is that Sean Chiplock? Yes, they are. Okay. Well, then, they will have the same cast returning in some fashion, except Mifa and Urbosa, unfortunately. Yeah, Sean Chiplock is amazing. He also voiced the Deku Tree, which is crazy to me because that's such a different voice. Even Teba and Rivali are very different. Like, when you actually hear him speak on stream, Rivali is kind of like his default voice. That's like his normal talking voice is Rivali. It's very close to that. Yeah, the champions have moved on. So, I don't know. The Rito could still play a role, obviously, because Teba is still there and the other Rito as well. But it is interesting that this all exists above Hyrule and nobody ever saw it or knew about it. Probably maybe because of that, the fact that it's actually like a separate realm. And it's not just, above the clouds and that's it. Because that would make no sense unless it's in the past. But as we've already discussed, we cannot really prove yet that it does take place in the past. At least not right now. We have too much conflicting information. I mean, yeah, we see some stuff like the little droplet. But like I said, that droplet doing its thing like this could just as well just have something to do with this. Could just be, or maybe you can rewind time, kind of like. Anybody ever played Prince of Persia? Sands of Time, where you can rewind time whenever you either screw up or you can use it for all kinds of purposes. Like something, it could just be that. It doesn't have to be the ancient past. In fact, we know for sure that some parts of it are definitely not the ancient past because Lon Lon Ranch is in the exact same state as it was before. The reverse music, still totally not convinced about that. In fact, I'm pretty sure that it has nothing to do with it at all. The sun being in a different position, we've explained that before. It's probably just the summer winter arc. Uh, so that's why it's on the other, more to the south of Hyrule now. So yeah, like even this, like we already were able to stop time in Breath of the Wild. We were able to freeze objects and stuff. And here we can freeze them and then rewind them, but that still doesn't mean it has anything to do with the past. The only thing that I do think has something to do with the past is the arm, obviously. That whatever that hand thing is, like whoever this is, they came from a very ancient time, but definitely not 10,000 years ago. I'm pretty sure that this is from way longer. Because as we discussed before, 10,000 years ago was just the most recent calamity besides the one from 100 years ago. But we had the discussion before how it says, like from one of the developers, they talk about how the Deku Tree is like very, very old. And like it says here, like how many sacred maidens, heroes, and opposing calamities has this ancient tree witnessed. Like the fact that they know that the calamity happens every 10,000 years, that automatically means it has to happen. It has to have happened multiple times before, because it has to happen at least twice or three times in order to recognize the pattern, you know? If it was just 10,000 years ago there was a calamity, how would they know that it comes back every 10,000 years ago? Or every 10,000 years, I mean. Like this hand has to originate from well before 10,000 years ago. And maybe the clothing Link receives, the reason why they look so old school and similar to Ganondorf is because the hand possesses him and maybe gives him clothing to use. Because as we saw before, he is down to his boxers again when he receives the hand. So perhaps the hand is like, here, man, here you have some clothes. You don't want to walk around naked, do you? And you just inherit those clothes from him. But that doesn't mean he's in a different time period. Like, yeah, we have new shields, but the shields could just be from the islands, because there might be people living on these islands in this other realm. So these people have different weaponry, different shields. So that also, like, still, as of right now, I am not convinced that there is time travel involved, other than maybe time travel abilities, like small things, like rewinding objects and stuff. But the biggest giveaway for me is the Lon Lon Ranch ruins and Akala Citadel. Like, Death Mountain could have been cursed, or like it did in Ocarina of Time. You know, in Ocarina of Time, Death Mountain was cursed. Like that's why in Ocarina of Time it had that big fiery ring around it. It became the volcano became unstable. Maybe in this story it's the opposite. Ganondorf comes back, and he starts inflicting damage on all these regions. Like maybe he burns down the Korok forest, which is why the Deku Tree is gone. Wouldn't be the first time that Ganondorf killed a Deku Tree, you know? Hint, hint. Happened before. Maybe he's the reason why Death Mountain has become inactive, and also would make sense if he wants to inflict damage on the Gorons. The Gorons live off of like geological activity, so maybe he just screws with Death Mountain, and like it just, that's why it's no longer spewing lava. Again, doesn't mean it's time travel. It could be something completely different. Again, I want to clarify, I'm not saying there is no time travel, like, for sure. But as of right now, the evidence presented so far is not convincing enough yet. Every one of those can be at least disputed, like the sun thing, Death Mountain, the Deku Tree missing. It can all be explained, and there is counter evidence as well. The only thing we have right now is that the fact that the sun is here in this shot, and in the other shot it's more here. That could just mean that the castle rising happens at a different time. Maybe half year of time passes in between. So that's definitely possible. The fact that the sun is in a different location here, as we discussed before. Do you think the divine beasts will be part of the game? Not sure. They're gone, though. And divine beast Varuta stopped working at the end. Are your Joy-Cons drifting? No. But yeah. Oh man, there's so much to go over, and I'm loving every second of it. I absolutely love it. I'm glad that they didn't give us too much information as of right now. I'm just happy that we got to see the game. We know that like some of the gameplay features we have stuff to talk about again, but I'm really happy that they didn't give away the story yet. I'm happy that they kept that like under wraps still. It just makes it so much more fun, because if they just showed us the story and it was all very straightforward, all these analysis that we're doing right now and like these streams and all the other Zelda tubers amazing videos, those would not be possible. Like, it's the fact that we don't know that much which makes it so interesting. And I'm happy that they also didn't show exactly what happened with Link's hand and stuff. That is all still up for debate as well. Also, there's one last thing I want to mention real quick. I'm not going to stream for much longer because it's getting close to midnight and I have to get up at a reasonable time, because I am I am currently working on a new video which will release somewhere around Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on how much weird custom animations I want to do for it. But if any, depends on how much time I have. But that will mostly focus on the whole hand thing. We started out in our undies in Breath of the Wild and had new clothes in the Shrine of Resurrection. Who's to say we don't get the same in the sequel? Yeah, exactly. Like, it could be just as simple as you start out in that cave and he finds a chest with ancient clothing. You know, that could just be the case. Like, he finds a chest and there's like ancient Zonai clothing in there or something like that. I don't know what clothing it is, obviously, but I don't know if it's the Sacred Realm, because the Sacred Realm is a completely... Well, I mean, everything is possible. I mean, let me quickly pull it up. Sacred Realm. The Sacred Realm does consist of floating islands. Like you can see. Oh, that doesn't work. Is this Zelda Wiki? Yeah. I mean, it could be. Look at those buildings. Look at those buildings. The open design with only the pillars, no walls. I mean, it could be. Doesn't have to be, of course, because Skyward Sword took place in the sky. It was also like above a cloud barrier. So again, like, it could be, definitely, but it's not like mandatory. I don't know if there's more. I think this is probably fan art. Yeah, this is ArtStation, so this is not canon. I mean, this... Wow, that's just... Oh, let's just slap a filter on this. What is this? This is also fan art, probably. You do have like this planet up here, so it's like upside down to the planet. So I'm not sure if it's the Sacred Realm. Could be. It just seems a bit underwhelming for the Sacred Realm, like just like hanging there pretty close to the surface of Hyrule. Like this is from A Link to the Past, so let me see. Oh yeah, by the way, Talus Rune, that's one thing I also wanted to mention because you mentioned about the hand thing. When it comes, I will cover this in my upcoming video. So like I said, consider this a preview for you guys as a reward for being at the stream, I guess. When Zelda falls, that's also one thing about the whole Master Sword thing. Like here, she's holding a torch, right? We've already seen that before. She's holding the torch while she's reading that wall scripture, and then at some point they go in. Of course, this is not chronologically. Like when they discover Ganondorf, Ganondorf's bod, Link is the one holding the torch, and then at some point it's Zelda again holding the torch. But when the earthquake or whatever starts and Zelda falls down, because we've seen that too. Where is it? Where does stuff go down? Is it here? Yeah. At the moment that Zelda falls down, Link is the one holding the torch again. But when he gets possessed by the hand, he doesn't have the torch anymore, obviously. But he also still has the Master Sword on his back at that point. But in the new trailer, he has the Master Sword out as soon as his hand gets possessed. And I'm just very curious to see how that sequence of events ends up, because he would have to drop the torch, grab his sword, try to take a stab at Ganondorf. Like, if what Talus Rune said was true, he should already have the green hand right now. But I just don't really see why that would be the case, because, you know, it's obviously trying to suppress the malice. Yeah, he confronted Ganondorf likely after Zelda fell down. So Zelda, at this point, Zelda is already gone. She's already down the hole. He's smiling. I don't think he's smiling, but he is in pain, for sure. Hey, wait, why is it not? Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, because it's 30 FPS, but it's a 60 FPS recorded video, so I have to double tap to get to the next frame. Like, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have the green hand here yet. It might have saved him, prevented him from falling, and Zelda went down. Poor Zelda. But at least here, I think he just, after Zelda fell down, Link is like, you MF. And then he pulls the Master Sword to take a swing at Ganondorf, and that's when he possesses his arm. And then he's about to die from that, because we've seen what happens to Aster. Like, Aster just totally gets infected by it. Like, once malice latches onto your arm, it just starts spreading across your body. That's what happened to Aster. Like, it gets to your face, and, you know. So by that logic, why would he receive the arm thing before there is a reason for him to receive the arm thing? Because you can clearly see in the trailer that that his hand is all like black and he has the scars and stuff, and I'm pretty sure that hand was just a way to prevent him from totally being taken over by the malice. But, you know, Link was not ready for Ganny Boy. Yeah, sure thing. Oh yeah, and Zelda is probably alive. maybe that's the big, like, I would love that as a twist, or well, not as a twist because we're expecting it, but just at some point in the story, just it cuts to black after a specific story event Link has fulfilled, and then you just wake up as Zelda and you get to play as her for a while underground. That would be very cool. I would definitely love it if we don't have to save her again. She saves herself. She gets herself out of that situation. I think it's time Zelda fended for herself. The damsel in distress stuff is getting old by this point. And yeah, she did do a lot of. Hey, Hyro Gamer, how are you doing, Adam? You doing good? Oh, literally Zoe, or Zoe is. I'm pretty sure it's Zoe, right? Do y'all think the hand will gain new powers throughout the game? Maybe you could gain some powers out of order. Oh yes, different player paths, perhaps. I would love that. Yeah, that is something well, me and Conrad has been talking about that a lot too. Like, you upgrade the arm, you keep getting new abilities, either through dungeons or whatever. This feels like HMK's Fifth Dimension stream right now. I mean, that is a compliment. I love his Fifth Dimension streams. Yeah, it's 2021. You're right, Adam. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I saw you were doing some Lake Hylia fishing on Twitter. Really awesome. It's nice to get out there once in a while. Oh, Talis Rune, thank you for joining as a member, man. Thank you so much. That's awesome. That is awesome. Members on stream is always fun, because then I get to thank you in person, or at least it feels like in person. Nice. Did you catch anything? Did you catch some Hylian, what is it called? Loach? Hylian Loach? Or whatever you caught. I don't know what kind of fish you have in your general area, but he went lake fishing from what I saw on Twitter, which is awesome. Let me see, where were we? But yeah, oh yeah, the whole hand thing. Like, I'm gonna make a more cohesive story out of it, obviously, for my upcoming video. And I'm happy I was able to share some of it with you guys, like give you some hints and some previews to the subjects I'm covering. So yeah, when that video comes out, which will be probably in 2 or 3 days, I was too busy this weekend, like painting the house and stuff. You know how it goes, life. But there's plenty of people uploading this weekend. I think Adam, like Hyro Gamer, is uploading tomorrow. Not to put pressure on your schedule, but I think I saw you were gonna upload tomorrow, so you're gonna have a Hyro Gamer video to look forward to tomorrow. I know Nintendo Black Crisis is working on an amazing analysis of the trailer. Conrad just uploaded today. Zeltic uploaded yesterday, so there's plenty to watch. HMK also uploaded today and yesterday, I think. The Hero's Path movie. I'm not sure I'm gonna make a full movie out of that anymore. At first I wanted to, that was the original plan, but since Age of Calamity ended up being so radically different because it had nothing to do with the real 100 years ago events. I mean, they're all neatly displayed in a playlist. You can just watch them back to back. I don't really feel like going back to that project anymore because it's no longer really that relevant. It's still fun to watch, obviously, but it's not aged very well. Let's just put it that way. Like, if it was just like a Calamity type of documentary about the Calamity itself, it would have been fine. But since it was the whole idea, you have all those gameplay sections in between, like, oh, what if we get to play as Teba here, or I don't know, I don't remember exactly what we talked about, but the whole video is full of these what ifs, Like, what if we get to play as Daruk in this section? But we all know that's not gonna happen. So uploading it now, this far after Age of Calamity is already out, and we already know what that game is. I don't know, man. I'd much rather just spend my time on something else, something better, something more relevant. But oh well. I mean, it was still a fun game, right? We still had fun with it. It's just that when I made the Hero's Path, we were still like, obviously because of the marketing, we all thought it was going to be the real events of 10,000 years ago, and it ended up being like a split timeline thingy, like an alternate reality. So that didn't really have anything to do with the real Calamity, and that's what the Hero's Path series was based on. What? Wait, water ASMR? What are you talking about, Perry? Let me see. Zona. Oh God, we've said Zona too. We only get 10. Okay, I think we've already said it at least 8 times, so we have 2 left. So nice world, so nice. Oh well, there we go. We've wasted them. Yeah, Age of Calamity is awesome for sure. It's just that my Hero's Path series is no longer that relevant because of what we know now. So I'd much rather focus on Breath of the Wild 2 stuff and other theories. I also still have a video about Skyward Sword, about the controls of that game, just an analysis of that, which I will probably upload like a week before Skyward Sword HD comes out. Sort of like the washed out vibe of Breath of the Wild though. Yeah, I mean, it's subjective, obviously. I thought it was too much, but never take my word for something, especially when it's about colors or something like, or an art style. But yeah, Zelda Master Cycle Zero is pretty awesome. I'm actually wondering if it's gonna have any story revelations, story revelations about, because it's called the Pulse of the Ancients, which kind of sounds like, because the fact that she has the Master Cycle there, it's pretty interesting because that means they did the 5th Divine Beast in Age of Calamity as well, or at least they met with Monk Mascotia, of course. Well, you unlocked Monk Mascotia, right? If I'm correct. So they received the Master Cycle Zero in that reality as well. But yeah, this game definitely looks a lot more colorful. I don't know why, but it just pops a bit more. I don't know, it's hard to compare obviously from a trailer. But this is just absolutely gorgeous. Might also have something to do with the low-hanging sun, because in my opinion, Breath of the Wild is always the best looking when the sun is low for some reason. Well, there's no sun to be seen here right now, but yeah, it's more saturated for sure. And it's probably at 1080p, no longer at 900p. I'm not getting my hopes up for 60 FPS though. Yeah, underwater gameplay, maybe that too. It all depends on the Switch, whether this is going to be a Switch Pro title, yes or no. Yeah. Here, but look, like when the sun is hanging low, it's always really beautiful for some reason. Why am I flying? I can just... Yeah, it's probably 30 FPS. Because the trailer is in 30 FPS as well. Well, the whole direct was in 60 FPS. So the new trailer is also, when you actually download the video, it's listed as 60 FPS, but it's all double framed. That's why I constantly have to double tap when I go frame by frame. But yeah, I don't know what it is, but when the sun is hanging low, Hyrule always looks beautiful. It's a crater! Aliens confirmed. Oh, we got some malice here. Forgot about that. I'm gonna be talking about that quite a bit in the upcoming video, obviously, because I'm gonna have to explain what malice does. Let's take some old school footage. Oh, see how hard this used to be without getting Link in the shot. Crater confirmed. Yeah, I'm Spirit Link. I would just let it happen naturally, you know. I'm not gonna get my hopes up anymore for the Switch Pro to reveal itself, because it kept happening. Oh, it's coming. Yeah, the pre-Simu method, Adam. That was a struggle. But yeah, first it was like, oh, it's coming before E3, and then it just didn't. And then it was supposed to, maybe it's coming at E3, and then it didn't. And at this point, I have Switch Pro fatigue. I just don't care anymore. It will be revealed whenever. It is in the works. We pretty much know that by now. We know it from the shipping, and we know it from you know, all the hardware manufacturers and Bloomberg, and there is something happening, but I'm done predicting when it will come out. I'm done hoping when it will come out. Maybe it's a September Direct, I don't know, but I'm like I said, I have Switch Pro fatigue at this moment. I'm gonna focus on Breath of the Wild 2, Skyward Sword HD, other Zelda theories for now, and you know, focus on my new house as well. Obviously, it will reveal itself at some point. You can pet the dogs in Breath of the Wild 2. You can, I'm sure of it. What is his name again? No, not not Kojima. Fujibayashi. He said he got a lot of inspiration from people wanting to pet dogs. So it's gonna happen, guys. It's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure. But it's not gonna be a whole new console. It's just gonna be a revamped, upgraded Switch. Slightly different chip, bigger screen, stuff like that. Just the DS method. But it's not a whole new thing. Yeah, they do listen. Anyway, I'm gonna be ending the stream because first of all, my voice is starting to go, and second, I think we've already been streaming for close to 3 hours, and I'm pretty much, I've said what I wanted to say. We've covered all the stuff that I wanted to cover today. Maybe we'll do another one of these streams somewhere next week or something. But first, I'm gonna focus on this new video, getting that one up, which you will see somewhere around Tuesday, Wednesday. So yeah, thank you all so much. Yeah, you go get some sleep too, Perry, because you said you don't sleep, but I don't believe you unless you're like a vampire. Oh no, wait, vampires also sleep. Even vampires sleep, Perry. So go to sleep. God damn it. All right, I will. Like as always, thank you to Perry for modding. Thank you for like being here, sharing your ideas. Thank you for all the super chats. I think this time I covered them all. I know I forgot 2 of them last time. I'm very sorry about that. Last stream was very overwhelming, but yeah. See you later, guys. Until next time. Bye bye.